This 5-step weight loss blueprint that I learned from helping 546 women melt fat and tone up will work for literally anyone. Step 1, energy balance, which happens to be the real boss of fat loss. Energy balance is the foundation. You can't outsmart it, you can't cheat it, you can't manifest your way around it. It's the science of inputs versus outputs, and it's a non-negotiable when it comes to fat loss. Honestly, most people overcomplicate the out of it or simply focus on the wrong thing. So I'm here to set the record straight. What exactly is energy balance? Well, I want you to picture a simple 2-column chart. Column 1 is your input column, and this is everything that you put into your body. Food, drinks, snacks, even that tiny splash of creamer, it adds up. Column 2 is your output column. This is everything that you burn. Walking, working out, fidgeting, blinking, even just existing. Your body's pretty freaking amazing. It burns calories to keep your heart beating and your lungs breathing. And the equation, it's simple. It's basic elementary school math. If your input is more than your output, you will gain weight. And on the flip side, if your output is more than your input, well, you'll lose weight. But here's the catch. Most people only want to pay attention to their input, aka the food they're eating, and that's where it goes sideways. If you forget about the output column, aka the amount of calories that you're burning through movement, it's like trying to save money by cutting every expense but refusing to get a higher paying job. Sure, you'll make progress, but it's going to be slow and not the most effective strategy. Remember, your output equals your calories burned through movement. And no, I'm not just talking about your gym workouts. Moving your body throughout the day adds up way more than you think. So let's chat about some easy ways that you can crank up the output column. Number 1, and probably the most effective strategy, increasing your steps. And no, this doesn't mean that you need to hit 10,000 steps right out of the gate, but I do need you moving more. Walk while you're on the phone. Pace while your coffee brews. Park farther away from the store. This shit adds up. Number 2, non-exercise movement. Cleaning the house. That's movement. Dancing in your kitchen while you cook, also movement. Fidgeting in meetings, you guessed it, movement. It all burns calories. So please do not be the person who underestimates how powerful movement outside of the gym is. Your fat loss progress will stall quickly. Now, I already know some of you are thinking, what about keto? What about fasting? What about cutting carbs? Listen, Linda, none of those matter if you're ignoring calories. Calories always drive the show. Point blank. End of story. Now, I want to give you a really easy way to figure out where to start on your calorie deficit journey. I want you to take a realistic goal weight and times that by 12. This is the amount of calories that you're going to average over time. Plus or minus 100 calories. We are not looking to be perfect, but we're looking to be really, really damn consistent. So if your goal is 150 pounds, I want you eating 1,800 calories a day. Now that we understand the importance of energy balance, our input column, and how important our output column is, we have our calorie target from the framework that I gave you. Let's go to step number 2, protein, which is a non-freaking negotiable. Think of protein as the queen of your fat loss journey. Calories are king, and together they build the kingdom. If you're skipping out on protein, you're doing your goals dirty. Let me explain. Think of protein like that one friend who can do it all, the multitasker extraordinaire. Number 1, protein is the building block to adding muscle to your frame. And adding muscle to your frame is the key to everything that is good in life. Muscle is the key to longevity. Muscle is the key to health. Muscle is the key to aging. Muscle is the key to the toned, banging body that you feel damn good and naked. And muscle is the key to a metabolism that is on mother effing fire. Number 2, protein burns calories while you do absolutely nothing. Let me explain. Protein happens to have the highest thermic effect of food, meaning your body burns more calories just digesting protein. Think of it as a little boost to your output column without having to lift a damn finger. And number 3, protein keeps your belly happy, full, and satiated. If you're not getting in enough protein and you're constantly hungry, you're way more likely to dive headfirst into the bag of chips. Load up on your protein, stay full, and stop battling cravings all day long. Now, let's chat protein amounts. 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. The leaner you are, the closer to the full gram you need to be. If you have more than 50 pounds to lose, 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of realistic goal weight. So if you're 150 pounds, you're going to aim for 105 to 150 grams of protein every single day. Now, I'm sure you're probably thinking, Nicole, that's way too much protein. How in the world am I supposed to eat that much? Don't worry, boo. I got you. Number 1, you're going to start earlier. I need you to give up fasting. It's a death sentence for trying to get enough protein in, and you're going to start your day strong. Meaning a meal that's high in protein. Eggs, egg whites, Greek yogurt, protein pancakes are all great options. Number 2, you're gonna make protein the star. Chicken, turkey, fish, tofu, whatever you're into should take up most of your plate. AKA, and I mean this with all the love in my heart, I need you to give up little bitch portions. 2-3 ounces is not going to cut it. Number 3, you're gonna snack smart. Cottage cheese, high quality deli meat, or a protein bar will save you when hunger hits. And number 4, supplement with a protein powder. But please understand, a protein shake a day, totally freaking fine. But if your day looks like 3 protein shakes, 2 protein bars, and a bag of Quest chips to hit your protein goals, Houston, we have a problem. Your digestion will not love you and your body just won't respond as well. A solid rule of thumb is 80+% of your day needs to come from whole protein sources. So let's recap. You have a body weight goal of 150 pounds. To calculate your calories, we need to take realistic goal weight times 12. So that's 1,800 calories. For your protein amount, 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So that's 105 to 150 grams of protein every single day. We have our calorie goal, we have our protein goal, which leads me right into step number 3, fiber. Because if it's not moving, you're absolutely not losing. Remember how I mentioned earlier that calories are king, protein is queen? Well, now we're adding in the jack, which happens to be fiber. And just like protein, fiber plays a massive role in keeping you satiated, which is a fancy way of saying you won't be hangry all day long. When calories, protein, and fiber work together, you have the perfect recipe for fat loss. Ignore one and the whole system starts to fall apart. So how much fiber should you be eating daily? Females, at least 25 grams, males, at least 35 grams. And I can tell you right now, having coached hundreds, most people are barely hitting half of that. You have to make a conscious effort to add fiber to your plate. Now let's talk about why fiber matters so much for fat loss. Number 1, as mentioned earlier, fiber keeps you full. It slows down digestion. Fiber is going to keep your digestive system running like a well-oiled machine. Without it, let's just say things get backed up. And nobody feels good when they're bloated or uncomfortable. Fiber helps you stay regular, which means less bloating, better digestion, and just better fat loss results. And last but not least, fiber helps to control blood sugar regulation. This one's huge. Fiber helps to regulate your blood sugar levels by slowing down how quickly carbohydrates enter into your blood system. Why does this matter? Well, because stable blood sugar equals fewer energy crashes and less cravings. Nobody makes quality nutrition choices when their cravings are through the roof and their blood sugar is on a roller coaster. Now let's chat about how to get more fiber into your diet, some super easy swaps that you can make. Number 1, fruits and veggies. Load your plate with the good stuff. Apples, berries, broccoli, spinach. Number 2, whole grains. Skip the white bread and go for things like oats, quinoa, brown rice. Number 3, legumes. Things like beans, lentils, chickpeas are fiber gold mines. Snacks, simple swaps like popcorn instead of chips. And pro tip, if you're upping your fiber intake, make sure you're also drinking plenty of water. Fiber without water is like trying to flush a toilet with no water. It's not gonna go well. Now to recap, we have our calorie goal, we have our protein goal, we have our fiber goal, which leads me right into step number 4, increasing muscle tissue. As mentioned earlier, it's the key to the strong, toned, confident body that you've been dreaming about. Adding muscle to your frame is going to make everything about your fat loss journey 10 times easier. Not to mention, it's the only way you're ever going to lose the weight and actually keep it off. And that's how we roll on my team. So ladies, I need you lifting heavy shit multiple times a week and putting that heavy shit back down. Following a program focused in and around progressive overload is crucial to your success. And when I say a properly built strength training program focused on progressive overload, I'm not referring to your favorite HIIT session where the goal is to burn as many calories as you possibly can. Those are fine if you enjoy them, and I'm not saying they can't be a part of your routine, but if your goals are fat loss and to actually change the way that your body looks, they're not the most effective approach. What I'm talking about is real strength training, as in getting your booty into the weight section of the gym, lifting heavy things with intention, and building muscle like a mother effing boss. And no, you don't have to live in the gym to see results. If you're new to strength training, 3 days a week will work wonders for us. You can accomplish this in 3 full body sessions or split it up, a push day, a pull day, a leg day, whatever suits your fancy. There's not one way to skin a cat here. But if you're new to strength training and have no idea where to start, please don't overcomplicate it. Stick to your big compound lifts, as these are your bread and butter as they work multiple different muscle groups at once. Here's your starter pack. Squats, the ultimate leg and booty builder. Deadlifts, full body strength in one move. RDLs, Romanian deadlifts, great for the booty and hamstrings. Bench press, build your chest and arms. Pull downs, hello back muscles. And rows, well, because posture matters. But please don't major in the minors. Let's address the elephant in the gym. Most people get caught up in the details that don't matter. How long should I be working out? What's the perfect workout split? Dumbbells versus barbells. And by doing this, they tend to miss the big picture. What's actually going to move your needle forward is A, the intensity that you bring to your training sessions, B, applying progressive overload. C, tracking your training to ensure that you're getting stronger. And I'm sure you're thinking, what the hell is progressive overload, Nicole? It's just a fancy way of saying that you need to do more over time. It's the 1% better mentality every single time you walk into the gym to train. That can come from adding more weights, doing more reps, increasing time under tension, aka slowing down the movement. So for example, if you're doing squats, instead of dropping down and popping back up like a jack in the box, slow it down. Lower yourself with control, feel the burn in your legs, and then come back up. That's an example of progressive overload, and that's what's gonna add muscle to your frame. Now, to recap again, step 1, we understand energy balance and we have our calorie goal. Step 2, we have our protein goal. Step 3, we have our fiber goal. Step 4, we understand that we need to lift heavy shit multiple times a week and put that heavy shit back down, which leads me right into step number 5, which I like to call the 2 silent S's. Understanding the importance of sleep and stress management. After coaching hundreds and hundreds of women, I've seen these 2 things quite literally halt your fat loss progress. Let's start with the one that everybody loves to ignore, sleep. If you're out here wearing the 5 hours of sleep a night like a badge of honor, it's time to rethink your life choices. Sleep isn't just about resting, it's about recovery, hormones, and fat loss. Here's what happens when you're not sleeping. Your energy tanks and your hormones go haywire, specifically your leptin and your ghrelin. Your leptin is the one that tells you that you're full, and your ghrelin is the one that screams, I'm hungry. When you're sleep deprived, leptin takes a nosedive and your ghrelin goes through the roof. This is why you wake up tired and immediately start craving pastries instead of eggs. And let's be real, nobody's craving a chicken breast when they're running on fumes. Your cravings spike for calorie-dense comfort foods. And not that those things are bad or they don't have their time and place, but if your goal is fat loss, it's gonna be really challenging to stay in a calorie deficit. Remember this whole energy balance thing. This is why sleep is directly tied to your input column. Less sleep equals unnecessary calories. To get a better grasp on your sleep, I need you to set a bedtime, ditch the screens, and create a wind down routine. So yes, like a toddler, going to bed at the same time every night helps to set your internal clock. Scrolling TikTok until midnight every night is fun until you're exhausted and you can't think straight the next day. Dim the lights, read a book, or do some light stretching before bed, whatever helps you chill. Now let's chat about stress, the silent killer of gains. It messes with your hormones, your energy, and your ability to stay on track. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. But don't twist what I'm saying. Cortisol isn't bad. It's needed in the right amounts. It's gonna help you get through tough workouts, meet your deadlines. But chronic stress, well, that's a whole different story. It's gonna lead to cravings for junk, emotional eating, and fat storage. Now, I get it. You can't eliminate stress entirely. Life be lifing, but you can manage it. Move your body. Walking, yoga, strength training works wonders for your stress levels. Set boundaries. Say no to things that drain you. Your time and energy are valuable. Deep breathing and mindfulness can help calm you down in the moment. So no, stress management isn't about living in a bubble. It's about giving you the tools to handle life without it derailing your progress. So here's why they matter so much. Sleep and stress don't directly burn calories or build muscle, but they affect how you feel, and how you feel affects everything else. If you're tired and stressed, you're not moving as much, you're not lifting heavy shit, and you're not making good food choices. I can give you the perfect macro plan, the best training program, but if your 2 silent S's are out of control, you're going to spin your wheels. Prioritize these and everything else becomes easier. This is the 5-step fat loss blueprint that will help literally anyone lose the weight and actually keep it off. And if you want to learn about the 5 things I quit to lose 130 pounds, click this video and I'll see you there.